Further to our recent short and our top 5 things we attended in 2025, let's have a more in-depth look at our favourite things of 2025. Yes, after travelling the world in 2025, looking at different car races and car museums, we've put together a top 5 list of the things that we did last year in 2025 for you to look at today. Coming in at number 5, the Australian Grand Prix. The season opening Australian Grand Prix again threw up everything Melbourne had to offer weather-wise, with a scorching Saturday giving way to a wet and miserable Sunday. A weekend spent in the blazing sun checking out Formula 1 cars of the past in the F175 display, as well as the local supercars, F2 and F3 support races. Sunday the weather turned, with all 3 of the support races ending under a red flag, which wasn't giving much hope. Lap later, and eventually we got the race we deserved. Local boy Oscar Piastri couldn't quite break the Melbourne hoodoo for local drivers and spun while he was in second position, eventually coming home in 9th after an extreme overtake on Lewis, with Lando taking the win ahead of Max Verstappen and George Russell in 3rd. The Australian Grand Prix again proving to be the best opening race to the F1 season. Number 4, the Adelaide Motorsport Festival. Now look, normally this would be a clear number 1 on our list, as the AMF is fast becoming the best motorsport event in the country. But as you'll see, it's a pretty decent top 3 to come. Australia's answer to the Goodwood Festival of Speed, the Adelaide Motorsport Festival is building year on year and becoming a truly world-class event that is simply unmissable on the Australian motorsport calendar. This year was no different, delivering another knockout event as usual, with beautiful weather and even more beautiful cars gracing the Adelaide Parklands precinct. Highlights included the Mazda 767B, the Jaguar R2 V10 F1 and the brilliant collection of Group A touring cars. As well as the gorgeous collection of cars on track, there's plenty of static displays and trade stands to keep everyone happy at what is truly a family and enthusiast-based event. Now look, before we get into number 3, if you could just hit that subscribe button down there, that would be a massive help to us. Okay, back to the list. Number 3 and our first ever visit to Monaco. Alright, so it wasn't a race weekend, but being able to walk around the most famous street track in the world is always a pretty special moment. Making your way up past Saint-Devoux and off the hill to Casino Square with Port Hercules onto your right is heaven for a car enthusiast, as some of the most beautiful cars ever make the drive past. Casino Square is packed with Monaco's elite, as well as tourists keen to look out at one of the most famous car parks in the world. A short walk down to the Fairmont hairpin and the greatest location for car spotting in the world awaits. 3/4 of a lap around the track, just past to back, and a trip to the Prince of Monaco's car collection is an absolute must for anyone travelling to Monaco. Everything from his own personal cars to F1 cars past and present, and even a little nod to the Monte Carlo rally with some Group B monsters and current day WRC machinery, all sitting amongst the perfectly set out museum. Finishing off the day with a serene lap of the track was the perfect ending to a surreal first visit to Monaco, and one that I absolutely recommend to anyone travelling through the coast of France and the Côte d'Azur region. Number 2, and any trip to Italy isn't quite the same without a trip to the beautiful Italian town of Maranello. After venturing there on a whistle-stop tour to the Italian Grand Prix back in 2018, it was nice to spend a night and a full day in Maranello this year. The home of Ferrari is a must-see not only for every tifosi, but anyone into motorsport. The entire town is literally dedicated to the prancing horse, and reminders sit at every corner of every street. The Ferrari Museum and Fiorano tracks sit proudly in the middle of a town, and are the best places to see the past and present collide. The shopping is perfect for anyone with a prancing horse flowing through their veins, with everything from bookshops to model shops and every piece of merch imaginable. Dinner at Drake's is always a great way to finish off a day at Maranello, with amazing food and service rounding out a great trip back to the home of Ferrari. Okay, and number 1, of course, is our trip to Le Mans. The second time we've been there in 3 years, it's always going to be number 1 on a list anytime we go to Le Mans. A total immersion in motorsport, the atmosphere is unparalleled to any other sporting event in the world. Le Mans pulses with life from fans and teams alike living the week-long event together, and the joy and celebration of getting to the finish line at 4 p.m. on the Sunday is one that's truly shared amongst all those lucky enough to be there. After travelling there in 2023 for the centenary, this year's race seemed to be even bigger and better than before. Seeing Ferrari win their third race in a row was always going to be a special moment, and every minute at the famous Le Sarthe circuit is something to savour. Staying up throughout the night to watch the sunrise this year was something we simply had to do, and something anyone ever attending the 24 hours must at least do once. Whether you are watching Le Mans from, there are some spectacular vantage points, and the carnival-like atmosphere throughout the week makes it an unmissable and unbelievable event to attend. From riding the Ferris wheels or drinking late into the night at one of the many bars, Le Mans is truly a week-long celebration of all things endurance and motorsport, and will always be the highlight of any year we're lucky enough to go there. Okay, so there we have it. There's our top 5 moments from our 2025. What did you think? Did you like some? Did you not like some? Did you go to some? Let us know in the comments. Okay, so as I said before, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below to let us know if there's anything else you want us to go through from our events in 2025. We're on all your favourite social media platforms, including Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, so please give us a follow at CNK Motorsport. As always, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you at a racetrack near you soon.